I'm live. I'm so cold. I'm freezing. I don't know why I'm so cold. I'm live. Brr. I don't know if we had a movie for today. I don't really remember, but I'm fine if you guys don't want to do a movie, if people just want to chat, about everything going on. But you guys can remind me because I don't really remember. Hi! I'm freezing. Ooh, I got the chills. Hi, Mel. Hi, Alexia. Hi, Justin. Hi, Kayla. Off work. Hi, Deadly Gamer. Hi, Davey. Hi, Bailey. Hi, Sean. Kimberly. What is a Sunday fun day? Hi, Chris. I'm on my way to a Sunday fun day. I need to drink. It's not. I mean, you can drink, yeah. I was like, it's not as big, is it? Hi, Vanity. Yeah, I don't remember either. Do you guys remember if there's a movie for today? I just remember we were definitely going to do Emperor's New Groove, which we did last week. Hi, Aquarius. Hi, Fam Samity Sam. Hi. Hi, Bambusa. Hi, Chop Suey. It's cold. Yeah, we can chat. We don't have to watch a movie. I don't think we have one picked, so we can just chat if you guys just want to catch up about everything going on, how everyone's feeling. Hi, Queen. Hi, Jules. You have a cold, Mel? Just want to chill today. I'm growing out an afro, so my radical hot takes can be taken more seriously. Hi, Kieran. Jules, we really need to chat. What's up, Street Side? Oh, thank you, Nova. Yes, it was. It was Get On Up. It was Chadwick Boseman. See? My mind just totally went blank. But we don't have to watch that one today if you guys don't want. We can save it for next week. If you guys want to chat, it's fine. It's up to you. Ditto, I'm nursing a hangover. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Razy Random Girl. I'm pissed. I'm doing passion twist. I'm finna run out of hair. Hi, Kyrie. Hi, the boy in blue. How's everyone doing? Yeah, how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? How's everything going with everything going on? And what have you guys seen? Have you guys seen people out celebrating, protesting? How's everything going? I'm just looking at my computer. Down in chat. Okay, I love that movie. We did say Get On Up. We did say, because I said I want to watch all the Chadwick Boseman biopics. So, confused by folks celebrating. I just feel, I don't like rain on people's parades. I don't want to piss on motherfuckers, Cheerios. Nobody likes to piss in the cereal ass when people are happy, but it's really funny. The amount of people that's woo, finally, racism is over. It's who's gonna tell them? Who's gonna tell them? It's yes, finally we got Trump out. All of the racial disparities of the last 4 years, all of the everything, finally, we're free, we got our freedom. I really feel like that meme, who's gonna tell them? Who's gonna tell them? Who's gonna tell them? Right, back to normal racism. I saw one of those memes. They were woo, finally back to normal racism. The racism been a little too spicy for the last 4 years. That's why I really wanted to put up my We're Never Going Back to Normal video, even before the election and before everything was called. Because I was I really feel this way regardless of who wins. I was regardless of who wins, this is really how I feel. We're not going back to normal. What is normal? It's a lot of people that didn't have to be aware of racism or didn't have to be aware of anti-Black racism or didn't have to be aware of fascism, didn't have to be aware of classism, didn't have to be aware of all these things that, these 4 years under Trump, I guess, like, made them more aware, made them activated, and now they just feel like they can just, like, pull the wool back down over the eyes, put the heads back in the sand, and just keep moving on like nothing ever happened, Hi. Stressed about the next 2 months. I don't see how everyone is celebrating. I've been stressed, trying to take this weekend easy. Hi, Alex. I'm staying indoors per my usual. Man, and I see people like hugging, like out hugging strangers, no masks. Like, I don't know. It's wild how people are behaving, right? Yes, Davey. Just like, oh, so now, like, so COVID's over. Like, everything's over. Everything's over. Trump is out of the White House. Racism's over. COVID is over. Like, now we can just all just breathe a sigh of relief because we just all gonna go back to normal on Monday, tomorrow. Like nothing happened. Woo! We can just all breathe a sigh of relief. Woo! Like, folks really out here partying like Miss Rona has left the building. Hi, Mar. I'm just like sitting back watching. Let everybody get their little celebrations off. Whatever, I guess. Rain on their parades. Bailey. Do it. Bailey's like the evil Kermit. Rain on their parades. Go ahead and piss in the Cheerios. It's fine. Do it. Do it. The mall went from being empty to packed full of people. Because COVID's over now, Alexia. Trump's out of office. It's over. Definitely celebrating. I think they hyped up the angry protest, but it's not January yet. You're in Georgia, right, Bailey? New York was insane yesterday. I could barely sleep with all the honking and parades. Confusion as well. I don't want to rain on parades, but what's going to change? Right. Just like I said in my, my normal video and my Thursday live stream, at the end of the day, we're still going to be fighting against police brutality. We're still going to be fighting against the police state, which most likely is going to become even stronger now. It's weird. It's weird. We're still going to be fighting for reparations, fighting for Black autonomy and liberation and Black American rights. And, we're still going to be fighting for all of these things. But I understand why people are happy, And, there's a part of me that's purely symbolically, it's cool that, as a woman, it's cool that we're going to have a woman VP. From a purely symbolic standpoint only, it's cool that we're going to have a woman VP. And, it's cool that, the first woman elected to one of these positions is non-white, Hillary didn't make it, but, we're going to have this, non-white woman VP. From a purely symbolic standpoint, as a woman, I do feel oh, man, that's cool. That's cool. But as somebody that's, aware of, the policies, and I feel like we're going to have a stronger police state now that I'm going to have to fight against. So that kind of, overrules the coolness of the symbolism, oh, man, that's cool. Now we really going to have to fight against this police state even harder, 20 times harder. But, yeah, sure, the symbolism's cute. She went to Howard, I guess, I'm from DC, it's cute. I know people that went to HBCUs. I know people that are AKAs that are really, really, really excited. Extremely excited because they feel they really genuinely feel in their hearts that, that's their sister. Especially, AKAs, that's their soror. Or, people that went to a HBCU, there's a lot of people that's really genuinely excited, but that's it's just symbolism. And, a lot of us decided a while ago that we're not with the symbolism anymore, So it's kind of, and it's sort of even with Trump, right? Even with getting Trump out of office, right? Like, Trump is still gonna motherfucking be able to tweet. They not kicking this motherfucker off Twitter. Like, he's still gonna be able to tweet. He's still gonna be on Facebook. Like, he's still gonna have all these millions of followers. Like, he's still gonna have all this outsized influence. Like, he's still gonna be a presence. It's not like he's about to disappear or they about to throw him in jail or something, you know? Like, so I do feel like this man is still gonna be like, this man is still gonna be around until motherfucking the end of time. Like, Trump's not going away. And he can run again in 2024. And I'm sure he will, because he's petty like that. Like, he's about to be like, oh, you motherfuckers really tried to get me out of here in 2020. Well, I'm coming back better in 2024. Like, Chris that posted in Discord this fucking gift from Austin Powers of, like, the very slow rolling, like, truck. And the people are like, no. Like, that's us, because it's going to be 4 more years until Trump runs again. He's definitely going to run again. So it's just, you know, it just seems like a symbolic, very symbolic, and so people are symbolically celebrating, maybe. I don't know if that's like the right way to describe it. Senate is still red. We still have a conservative Supreme Court majority. It was still 70 million votes for Trump. Right. Like, it wasn't no blue wave, whatever the fuck. Like, it wasn't no landslide victory. Like, plenty of motherfuckers is like, they're fucking with Trump. Like, I don't want to never hear no more about no black and brown coalition ever again. Like, the Latinos, you know, they're for Trump. Like, you know, it's just like, it's not, like I said, like, this is just me. It's not this big win, you know, like, people are trying to make it out to be. Like, and we knew that leading up to it. And so, like, I can't feel excited. I just don't. I just don't. Let me see you guys' comments, because I haven't been reading them. I'm behind. That's what I always think. This is like the running music in my head at all times. R.I.P. racism, 2016 to 2020. It's a utopia now. I had to bite my tongue on Twitter yesterday. Like, let me just let folks have fun. We've been through a lot this year, right? Right. The only thing I'm celebrating is Trump out of the office. That's it. Hi, gone swimming. Right. It's like a part of you is like glad because he's going to, like, you know, it's like, ha, you fucking orange crybaby. But at the same time, it's like, I don't feel like this was a win. Half of the country said they were fine with Trump. They want their racism overt. Hi, Meek. Right, be asking each other who going to tell them about Donald Trump. And even, like, Joe Biden made a statement. I really don't like this reconciliation. Y'all know I hate rhetoric. From the beginning of this channel, I've said, like, I hate rhetoric. And I feel like Joe Biden talks, like, exclusively in, like, parables and, like, rhetoric. Like, we're going to throw open the forces of justice. And we're going to come down with the sword of good. And we're going to stab our opponent. Like, sir, I don't know what you're actually talking about. Like, and then we're going to use the forces of good to throw open the gates of balance. And we're going to heal the heart and soul of our country. Sir, what does any of this mean? Like, you're saying words, but I don't know. I don't know what any of this means. Like, I don't know what any of these words, right, symbolism on fleek, right, like, right, rhetoric is cute, but I want real action. He stay talking in riddles that don't mean anything. Like, he just be saying stuff. And even the stuff that he said, like, today, like, early this morning or, like, maybe late yesterday, he was like, you know, I'm talking directly to the 70 million people that voted for Trump, you know, like, I know you guys are sad. I know how that feels. I've lost a few times before. Like, come talk to us. Like, we want to talk to you. We want to listen to you. I was like, nah, like, I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to listen to them. I'm not trying to reconcile with them. Which is exactly what I said in the "we're never going back to normal" video. Like, I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to hold hands with them. I don't want to reconcile with them. Like, it's plenty of people that said they cool with anti-black racism. They're cool with it. Like, they're fine with it. Like, no, I'm not talking to them. I'm not extending a hand in love to them. I'm not reconciling with them. I'm not healing with them. Like, it's it. That's it. It's over. Like, pretty much half the nation said they're fine. They're cool. And from day one, like, Joe Biden's campaign has been on reaching those people. And like I said, it's like a deja vu thing, because it was the same thing in 2016 of like, well, now we know how the redneck in Iowa, anti-Black racist feels. Let's reach them. Let's reach out to them. It's really weird. It's really like, it's weird. It's a weird thing. Like, it's like, oh, really? That's how you get motherfuckers' attention, is by voting for Trump. It's like, that's how you get people's fucking attention. It's really weird. Like, oh, nothing for them niggas. No, we're not going to do nothing for them niggas. But, like, let's really focus in on these, like, anti-Black racists. Like, that's really where we need to heal and reconcile. Because, like, right, racists are people, too. All racist lives matter. We really need to welcome them into the fold. And, like, that's been this man's whole rhetoric since day one of his campaign. I have never been with it. Right, make racists feel comfortable again. Like, that's the motherfucking slogan. That was damn near the slogan. That was damn near the campaign. Make racists feel comfortable again. Like, how do we make racists feel comfortable in this country again? Only instead of, under a radical like Trump, how do we do it under somebody that's more moderate like Joe Biden? I really feel like that was the wave. And then just the fact that they brought in a non-white woman for the symbolism vote. And, and like, I can't front, like, the symbolism's great. It's awesome. Like, it's really cool to see, like, we're going to have a woman VP, but, like, she's a cop. So, I'm not with it. Right, Joe Biden said, let me cater to you. Let me cater to you, anti-Black racist. This your world. We want to make you feel comfortable here in the United States. And it's just so funny because, like, when the anti-Black racists get into office and get into power, they're like, fuck y'all. Like, we don't give a fuck. We're going to do what we want. Like, it's really such a weird thing. Like, but when the people that supposedly, quote unquote, liberal get into office, they're like, yeah, let's extend a hand in love to the racists. Right. They have exactly one eye. They have always pandered to racists as a matter of normalcy, right? Like, racism is normal. It's just like, we just need it to be like less overt. Come on, Joe. Like, come on, do your job and bring Kamala along with you. So that's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Let's see you guys' comments again. Where was I? Oh, hi, Sasha. We were gonna watch Get On Up, but I think we're just gonna chit chat about everything going on. Whoops. Racism is over again, just like when Obama got elected. Now we're post-racial. They really think all the shit we went through from the past 4 years is magically over. No. It made me mad that people were saying we can breathe again. Like, it's too much. Hi, world lover. Black Lives Matter getting taken out of bios. People throwing the movement to the side to celebrate Kamala. Normal is a dangerous word. Right, Bailey. Hi, Francesca. Hi, Hush420. There's Mar. Now I could bury my head back in the sand. Hi, Ashley. The representation politics was killing me. Like, sure, having a non-white woman in office is cool, but at what cost? Oh, and there you are, Sasha. It's wild. Folks are tripping. Some white influencer was like, finally, I could take a break and relax for a while. And Black Twitter was like, what? Right. And I've also seen a lot of people saying that they feel scared because they feel like a lot of people, say what you want about Donald Trump's presidency, but a lot of people became activated, which I really like that word. I've been thinking about it a lot. They were like, a lot of people became activated under his presidency. And now you're going to have a lot of people that are just going to like roll over and like be like, all right, peace. Like, and just like abandon ship. in the fight for, Black liberation, and the fight for, dismantling capitalism, and the fight for, ending organized politics, a lot of things that we want. I was reading a really good timepiece that was sort of like chronicling Joe Biden's whole entire campaign. And one of the things it said in the piece was like, it turns out America didn't want a revolution. And I was just like, oh God. And I think the writer meant it to be nice. Like, it turns out America didn't want a revolution. They just wanted reconciliation and healing. And I was like, no! No! Folks really out here partying like Miss Rona has left the building. People are funny creatures sometimes. There's going to be a lot of, I retweeted sassy Kamala memes. How dare you call me racist? It's about to be Barack 2.0. I voted for Kamala. How can I be racist? Okay. Like we're really about to hop in the time machine and go back to 2013. Like right now. I am concerned that like a lot of the gains that we've made between 2014, because so much revisionist history is trying to make it seem like we started protesting under like Black Lives Matter under Trump. That's not true. That started in 2014 when Barack was still president, and even going back to 2012 when Trayvon Martin was murdered. You guys realize in 2022 it will be 10 years since Trayvon Martin got killed. So I don't know. I am worried that like a lot of the gains that we've made will be like rolled back with people just like not caring anymore. But again, like those of us that have like been activated even before Trump are gonna remain and continue to do the work. So we'll see what happens. People are funny creatures sometimes. Kamala Harris has somehow became Rosa Parks, and I'm like, okay then, I'm just gonna let people enjoy the theatrics. Nothing is going back to normal ever. I saw a tweet that said racism went down just because went down from 110 to 100% because Biden is president. Trump is still in office for 2 more months, and we're still in a pandemic. What's not clicking? Once his presidency starts, I'm sure people will start going off on Biden and Kamala. Wait and see. We're changing the shark in an ocean of problems. To them, Trump was the Rona. Now that he's gone, they don't care. Folks need to get a grip. I went to the mall for some clothes and food, and then to go home, it was packed. They better be like, yes, Trump out of office. We having a Thanksgiving party. Like, no. Corona leaving the office with Trump. Okay. Thank you, Joel. I've been hearing fireworks all night. COVID was a Russian conspiracy. I fear these next 4 years will go unobserved, and even worse policies will be implemented to the detriment of Black Americans. People have really been pissing me off talking about the folks not satisfied with Biden are miserable and never satisfied. I mean, I just feel like we keep saying the same thing. Like, some of us did want a revolution. Like, some of us actually want, like, real change. Like, we want real systemic infrastructural change. Like, it's really hard. Like, I was just talking to somebody yesterday, and I was like, it's really difficult when when you have friends, family members, or people anybody, people that, I'm going to use the word normal. They do want to just go back to normal. Normal being, and I'm talking about Black people, normal being, they go to work, they come home, they go out on the weekends, they go to restaurants to have dinner, we go to movies. Like, I miss movies too, just as much as the next person. I think about at least once a day how I wish I could go to the movies, but like they want to take a vacation every now and then, do some travel, barbecue at the parents' house, like cool, like no, quote unquote normal, regular, chill life. They don't want a change, a big change. They're fine with what they know. They don't want it to be so extreme, like Donald Trump when the shooting starts. But they also don't want, like when we say we want to end the electoral college, that's scary for people. Like, how will we run our politics if we don't have the electoral college? How will we run our politics if we don't have elected officials? How will we, what will we do if we don't have these certain types of things. What would we really do if we end capitalism? Even though these are all systems that were put in place by man that can be undone by human beings as well. But there's a lot of people that are just real content with their like quote unquote regular lives. And so they do see Joe Biden as like a return to that type of normalcy. But there were those of us that we didn't even want that when Barack Obama was president. Like we didn't want that, you know? So it's like, does that make us miserable and never satisfied? Like we just want something more. Because things can't continue on. Even if like I saw somebody say like all we did was just like buy an extra 4 years before like the same problems are going to come back again because they're infrastructural problems in the way we run our country. They're not going to go away, you know? It is good that Trump is out, but we can be happy about that and also not like who's going to be in office next. People out here celebrating in these huge ass crowds as if we're not still dealing with an airborne virus. People are forgetting that 70 million people voted for Trump this time around. 2016 was not a fluke, and we are divided, right? Like we are divided. Like we are divided. So it's sort of like, what's going to happen moving forward? We can't go back to normal, you know, like that saying, don't look in your rearview mirror. You're not going that way. Like we can't go back there. We are divided. All them people that voted, what we supposed, like we really supposed, I'm not like, we really supposed to be like, okay, it's cool. Like Joe Biden's president now, Kamala's VP now. Like it's okay that you're an anti-black racist. Like no. What if some of us are just over symbolism? I'm so not even happy about it. I'm so unimpressed. People like their racism in the dark. Trump was what America needed. It showed the blatant racism versus the covert. I thought I would be happy that we have our first woman VP, but I'm not. I'm in Cincinnati. It's quiet as hell. We hold up in this bag. I'm going to be honest. Oh, look, Kyrie, I'm going to be honest. I think Joe winning is about to slow down all the movements of change. I do too. And that's what's really scary to me, that he's going to slow down the movement of change. And that's I don't know. I'm just scared people are going to go back into the fog of believing we live in a post-racial society like when Obama was in office. The Howard people are juiced. Like in 2014, when we were protesting for Mike Brown, people was really like, we have a black president. Like, what are you guys talking about? Like, racism doesn't exist anymore. Like, anti-black racism doesn't exist. Like, why are you guys saying Black Lives Matter? Like, all lives matter. Like, we were really treated as like an anomaly for like that first 2 years. And then in 2016, when Trump got elected, it was like, all of a sudden motherfuckers could like see what we were talking about. And so I do wonder if like, again, like now like Kyrie said, the acceleration of the movement is going to slow down or stop or even go backwards. That's going to be hard. Trump is our wild card. He will be back in 2024. I'm glad to not have the annoying orange in office for the next 4 years, but now what? There's still so much work to be done. Trump is on Twitter right now acting a fool. Right, we're lover. Like, they're not going to ban him from Twitter. Like, he's not going away. Every single thing Joe Biden does, he's going to be right there with the Twitter fingers. Symbolism leads to symbolic promises that ultimately lead to absolutely nothing. You'd think he'd be banned off Twitter at least. He's definitely going to run again in 2024. Senate is still red. Conservative Supreme Court majority, 70 million votes for Trump. We are divided. It's funny seeing all these people that all summer were talking about defund the police, abolish the police, going so hard for Kamala as VP. Right. They're really like, we meant, defund the police, except for this one. Like, no. When we say all cops are bastards, we mean all cops are bastards. All of them, including her. I see a lot of people who are convinced Trump's going to jail. Trump is not going to jail. That shit going to get to the Supreme Court and Amy Coney Barrett going to say, it's fine, which is exactly why she's there. Like I said previously, like, girl, we know why you're here. People are just happy that he's gone. They're not thinking past that. White liberals, feminists, and gays are about to shush the fuck out of black people, in my opinion. Right, they're really about to be like, we voted Trump out. What more do you niggers want? That's going to be the whole jam. I don't want to hear black and brown ever again. Yay, the lesser of two evils won. Sure wasn't a blue wave, more like a blue drizzle. If I hear black and brown one more time, I'm swinging. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Nikki. It's brown and brown over there. POC solidarity votes. Biden is already talking about working together, forgiving motherfuckers. Trump is a rich white man. He doesn't even have to run again to have any political influence. He can pull strings behind the scenes for the rest of his life. I'm still not over how many white people and Latinx folks voted for Trump. Someone said if it wasn't for the pandemic, he would still be president. It's only how he handled the pandemic that made him lose, but nothing else. This was basically a stalemate. I really tried to feel okay about the results, but I'm literally not happy at all. Nikki, I understand, but I really don't like Biden or Kamala. I've seen people this week on talk shows discussing why they voted for Trump, and it reminded me of when you were speaking about Republicans voting for policies versus personality, low tax, abortion, etc. I know, and I should do another follow-up video where I talk about that more explicitly. I should. Joe stay talking in riddles that don't mean nothing. Symbolism on fleek. Rhetoric is cute, but I want real action. The Trump call ain't putting down no swords. They're actually picking up more now. Hi, Katie. Sir, what does this actually mean? It means nothing. Word salad. Now we can hold our vote hostage if we don't get what's due. Trump will be back in 2024 like he never left. Back like I never left. Without us, it's no victory for Joe again, and we want reparations. Yes, Brooke, sounded like a Lord of the Rings movie. Gandalf, is that you? Right. Give me my reparations and abolish the police. Cut the bullshit, Joe. I'm just already hating and tired of the identity politics happening for Kamala because I don't care. I don't like her policies. Right, exactly. Like, it's cool that she's going to be the first woman VP or whatever, but like at the end of the day, she's a cop with very strong pro-police union ties and ideology that will ultimately strengthen our police state. There's really no getting around that. Like, that's just the facts. Like, that's just the facts, you know? And so for those of us that are against the police state, like, you know, we're against the police state. We're not about to be friends. Nah, I'm good. We need to just break up. That's that Obama talk, love and peace and happiness. Like, no, we need money, infrastructure for Black Americans. We need to deal with white race. Right, all that. Like, it needs to be dealt with. It's very fucking weird. Like, reconciliation between the Union and Confederates yet again at the expense of Black folks. Yes, that's literally exactly what is happening. History really just repeats itself. Like, One-Eyed wrote reconciliation between the Union and Confederates at the expense of Black folks. 2020. I'm just happy that the text messages have finally stopped. You know, I never received not one text message, like a campaigning text message this whole election cycle, because I never give out my phone number for shit. Make the racists feel comfortable again. Racists are people too. You don't care about the people who voted for you, but you want to reconcile with the other side. Right. And that's the part that bothers me, Nova. It's like people really don't give a fuck about the people that actually voted for them. It's weird. Like, the way that our politics works is totally backwards, because it's like, well, let me not say that. The way that one side is operating is backwards, because the other side don't give a fuck. The other side is like, once we get in there, we don't give a fuck about the other side. Fuck y'all. We're going to do what we want. But then you have a side that's like, okay, it's cool that the people that voted for me, you know, especially the Black people, we knew y'all niggas would do, you know, what we want. You're our slaves. But let's focus on the Latinos and the whites and all the people that voted for Trump. That's the real heart and soul of America that we need to understand. Like, it's so backwards. Thank you. Make racism great again. The thing is, all them white people who voted for Trump will still be just fine. They were going to be fine either way. They're just mad because Biden isn't racist to your face like Trump is. Joe Biden wants to run to the center. He's just using Trump supporters, Latinos, and the red Supreme Court as the excuse to do it. This is nothing new. Joe Biden said, let me cater to you. And you know they weren't going to take Stacey Abrams, even though she wanted that VP spot. What would Trump supporters do with all the hats, clothes, signs, masks, and bumper stickers? They're going to keep on using them and wearing them and rocking them proudly. Them Trump supporters going to keep that shit for the rest of their lives. Like, this is what I'm saying. I read this other article the other day that was called Trumpism Isn't Going Away, or like Trumpism is Here to Stay. It was something like that. And it was basically like, even if Trump is gone, Trumpism, like those type of morals and values and ideology, that's just not going anywhere. That's just not going anywhere. It has now become ingrained even in the way that we do our politics. Like, that's just not going anywhere. People are living in denial. But you know, it just happened, so I'm gonna let them have their little couple days of denial. I guess everybody needs some water from denial every now and then when they get parched. You know, I'm not gonna piss in their cereal just yet. They can have a few more bowls of piss-free cereal. They have always pandered to racists as a matter of normalcy. One Eye, you are preaching today on this Sunday. Like, I'm about to screenshot some of these. You woke up this morning with the spirit inside of you, the spirit of truth. They've always pandered to racists as a matter of normalcy. It comes to a point where you're so disappointed with your country that you actively disassociate. We need to put our differences aside. Like, how do you even do that when our difference is the fact that they hate our existence and want to oppress us? Right. I don't like Trump because he put the death penalty on the Central Park 5 case and he knew those kids were innocent. Excuse me. Hi, Alex. I'm not even sure if Biden knows what's going on. He looks so out of it, especially these days. It looks like he has to be coached to do everything. Black folks act like racism was on the ballot and it got voted away. Okay, guys, racism is the first thing on the ballot. Prop 18. Do we want to keep racism for another 400 years? Check yes or no. Democrats wasted all this money on the Lincoln Project to convert Republicans to Joe Biden. And the Republicans were like, nah, LOL, MAGA, and doubled down on Trump. This shit is out of pocket. Folks are really going back to sleep and resting easy. Hi, hell yeah. People are definitely going to be more complacent now. They're going to melt into the bushes like Homer, activate to deactivate. I don't know if it's weird to say, but I do feel like Trump being reelected would have pushed us into the next stage of revolution. Activated is such a good word. Hi, Ori. We're not watching anything. We're just chit-chatting about everything going on. But the next movie that we're going to watch is going to be Get On Up with Chadwick Boseman, because I want to watch these biopics. We've had the most momentum over the summer that we've had in decades, and it's about to be over. We went from performative activism to now active performatism. I don't know if that's a real word, but I know what you're trying to say, Mar. Hi, Christiana Way. Kamala will go back to white society with her white husband. She'll be fine. Joe and Kamala are about to shut down all these movements, and the police are about to get money. It's about to be all type of how can I be racist? How can I be sexist? How can I be misogynistic? I voted for Biden Harris. Yup. It definitely feels like it's going to start to dwindle. No heat to their feet because finally Trump is out. Anytime we bring some mess up, it's going to be, well, at least it's not Trump. People are really trying to shove America's reality under a rug. We still have a housing and eviction crisis and a global pandemic and problems with racism and police brutality. How can we not still have a revolution? People are acting like Biden is the end-all, be-all. A friend of mine said an old white man said congratulations to her while she was walking down the street. She said, bitch, do I look like Kamala Harris? I agree, world lover. My grandmother has dementia, and I used to take care of her, so I know what it looks like personally. A biracial first president and a biracial first vice president. Interesting. I need Trump to be blocked and banned on Twitter. He's not going to get blocked nor banned anywhere because the things that this man says causes news. And like, you know, the 24-hour news cycle runs off that type of shit. All these news people love Donald Trump. He makes them so much money. Like, they're probably actually really sad that he's going to be leaving office, but they're definitely not putting him off Twitter. They're not putting him off Facebook. This man might make a motherfucking YouTube channel or something. Like, he's not getting put off anywhere because every time he talks, money is made. Like, this man damn near prints money every time he fucking talks because people get to talk about the shit that he says. We want fundamental change. A revolution is the only way things get done. Hi, Tiara. Kyrie, I think about going to the movies all the time. Yes. I miss the movies. People are change resistant. I don't think they'll ever let a 100% Black American in the White House. People just want to get back on that conveyor belt of life, aimlessly moving in one direction. I want off. Hi, Alex. How are you? Hi, Alex Indigo. I just saw you. I'm about 10 minutes behind. 15. Hi. The status quo is familiar, so that's what people would rather deal with. We need change on a molecular level, not just surface or symbolic. We want true progression. It's a circle for sure and a pattern. Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat. Right, like it is a pendulum that swings, which you guys have heard me talk about on this channel before. Like we had Bill Clinton, and then we had George Bush, and then we had 9/11, and we had the war in Iraq, and we had Katrina. And then people didn't want Bush anymore. And then they didn't want Republicans anymore. And so then we had Barack. And then we had like 8 years of Barack. And then people felt like, oh, Barack is just a regular politician and he's not doing enough. We want, you know, somebody that's not a politician. We want somebody that's going to drain the swamp. And then they fucking tried to run Hillary Clinton, career politician, career capitalist. And then we got Trump. And then it was like 4 years of Trump, and then motherfuckers was like, nah, we don't want that either. And now it's like it's a pendulum swinging, like it's a circus, like it's entertainment. It's false. This country is more divided than ever. I'm told that I'm miserable all the time because I want more. I want better. Alex, don't y'all know we're all going to be holding hands and singing Kumbaya now? Are you still in Australia, Alex, or are you back around? How are you doing? How are things going? Are people like celebrating there? If you're there? We need lasting change, not some same-ass bullshit. We are more divided now than before the election. Because now, yet again, for a second time, just like in 2016, we know how people really feel. Like, this election was close. Like, a lot of people were perfectly fine with how things have been going. We cured racism, y'all. We're not watching a movie. We're just chit-chatting about everything going on, Tierra. But the next movie is going to be Get On Up. We could just watch it next week. The Chadwick Boseman biopic. Trump really did expose all those fake ass fuckers. We've seen what people really think and feel. I can't unsee it. Right, Bailey. Fuck a stimulus check. Give us our reparations. They fucked up, showing that they can pull major money out of their asses whenever they want and just give it to us. Trump is a martyr, but a living one who will continue to tweet and post. Right. Detroit was tired of Trump. There's only 6 blue cities in Michigan, college towns and black cities. It really showed the division and that we have no allies. Yeah. It's too much. I keep telling people we're in a housing crisis and so much other shit. We have other things to be worried about other than going to brunch because Biden won. Trump dodged everything thus far. Why would he go to jail? I can't believe people actually think this fool is going to jail. If Trump goes to jail, there will be a civil war. Hi, Warren. What more do you want from me? This is fucked up. Did Obama just roll over for the Supreme Court nom the first time? Well, they kind of stole. Obama really should have had 2 Supreme Court picks. One of them was kind of stolen from him because it was like 3 months before an election. And they were like, well, no, you shouldn't pick until after the election. But then they let this dude, Trump, fucking pick Amy Coney Barrett like 2 weeks before the election. This is what I'm saying. Like, all this talk about, like, and we have to, like, reconcile with them. They don't give a fuck. Like, only one side is talking that shit. The other side is like, yeah, we really don't give a fuck. Like, as soon as we get in there, we're kicking y'all in the balls again. Like, fuck y'all. We don't care. So that happened, and Obama rolled over and said, okay, fine. And then Ruth Bader Ginsburg could have stepped down under Obama, but she wanted to wait for Hillary because she thought Hillary was going to win. So she, like, stayed. And then obviously Hillary did not win. And then she was trying to, like, hold on. But she finally died. So that's what happened with that. It bothers me that Biden is yelling from the rooftops that he'll have Republicans in his cabinet. It's a dog whistle to the losers that everything will be okay for them. Nothing will change. This is why the bipartisan system has to go. It should never be a lesser of two evils, either or. If there are multiple parties you could vote for, people are definitely exposing they were never really about a revolution this whole time. How are we doing black and brown when brown unites with white in higher percentages every year? Trump was really out here talking wild about everybody, and half the country said, more please. Hi, Lebasfon. I feel this election also was an exhibition in Black Americans being the political mules of everyone else's agendas. Biden-Harris will definitely revamp and re-amplify the police. Hi, Alien Baby. We're just chatting. We're not watching anything right now. Also, the narrative of Black women saved us again. This isn't empowering because we get nothing in return. Right. That's what I'm saying. It seems like to get some shit, you got to vote for Trump. Like, the Latinos voted for Trump, and now everybody's talking about how could we reach the Latinos, and you know, all the white people that voted for Trump. Oh, we got to put Republicans in the cabinet, and we got to, like, reach out to these people and try to, like, sway them. But if you actually vote for them, like, all the Black people that actually voted for them are not gonna get shit. Like, Kamala Harris said out her own mouth she's not doing shit for niggas. Like, period. Like, full stop, period. But, like, people still voted for them, which I'm not judging anybody. Everybody's grown. Everybody can make their own decisions. But it's just like when I said, like, an exercise in showing how Black Americans can still be the political mules for everyone else's agendas. And even now, people are still talking about fucking Black people and what we did. It sounds like those companies that bend over backwards to entice new customers but ignore and treat their existing ones like shit. That's exactly what it is, KP. Hi, Shady Saint. The Trumpers are going to continue rocking all their MAGA shit like a badge of honor. I did see the new Mississippi flag. It looks amazing. It is beautiful with the flower, the magnolia. I was like, this looks a million times better than that Confederate battle cross shit. Red caps and MAGA symbolism going to be around for a long time. Liberals have amnesia. Now Trump is definitely a martyr to them. They think the election was stolen, so Trumpism definitely isn't going anywhere. They're keeping the flags. It's the new Confederate flag that you can't legally ban. Liberals be like, we gotta extend a hand in love to racists. Make racists comfortable again. Hi, Mo. That's me, disassociation party. Trumpism is ingrained and etched in our society now. Oh yeah, you did it. You tagged. You talk about tagging people. Trump drives news and clicks. He's a boon to them. He's not going anywhere. People have been predicting that he's going to make his own news network. He's huge. He's not going to jail. It's going to be more investigations that lead to absolutely nothing. Obama and Kamala don't even have Black American parents, and people are out here placing them with MLK and Rosa Parks. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump got back into reality TV. He's tacky like that. That's why he won too, because he's so salacious and grabs attention. Trump's tweets get like 500K likes on Twitter, which means millions of impressions. They're never kicking him off there. They're definitely not. After his presidency, these news networks are going to invite him for interviews and commentary. Yes, square box, absolutely. People really do not have a problem with Donald Trump for real. They really don't have a problem with anti-Black racism for real. They don't have a problem with like the way that our politics go for real. They do not have a problem with like policing for real, capitalism. Like people don't have an issue with these things like for real. They don't. Hi, Alexandra. I'm going to read that one again. After his presidency, these news networks are going to invite Trump for interviews and commentary. Hi, Avant-Garde. First of all, where the aliens at? The aliens is looking at Earth like it's ghetto there. We better just keep on watching this reality TV. Not Trump becoming a YouTuber. Yup. Tacky. Oh, you're still there? COVID is terrible. Still on lockdown, so can't fly out. Yikes. How are you feeling? Feeling okay? Alex Indigo? I feel another friend cleanse coming on. People just want to get downloaded back into the matrix to eat that fake state. Ignorance is bliss. Rumor has it Trump is going to start a cable network for news media. Kamala's daddy wasn't even in her damn life. Even got people dragging Mindy Kaling for saying that her daughter looks like Kamala. Bruh, they're both Indian. Yeah. Y'all talk about Van Jones crying on TV, talk about he could breathe now. Like, it's so weird. Like, it's really weird. Like, I can't breathe, and like all those like quote unquote slogans or whatever started in 2014 before Trump. Like, I really feel like I am being gaslit. Like, they're really trying to revise history, like as if all this stuff started in 2016. Like, Mike Brown got killed in 2014. Trayvon Martin got killed in 2012. None of this shit started with Trump. Like, how are you associating all this stuff with Trump? It's offensive. Kamala Harris is about to be pretending she's Angela Bassett for the next 4 years. She's about to paint on the Black American blackface. RBG should have retired, is what I've heard folks say. Van is so embarrassing. Van Jones is such a fucking sellout. I wish someone would call him out. Wow, really? Europe was ringing church bells about Trump like World War II ended. Wow. Van needs to stop crying on TV. RBG dying reminded me of a scandal storyline. What did Van Jones do? He went on TV crying all these crocodile tears. Talk about, I finally feel like I can breathe, you know, like we can breathe. Because, you know, niggas was saying I can't breathe. We can breathe, you know, like Trump's finally gone, and I don't have to spend the time wondering if I'm living in a country where the president doesn't like me and, you know, where people are racist. It's like, sir, who's going to tell him? 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 Me? I'm gonna be. Who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna be the one to tell him? Like, it was too much. It was too much. It was too much. Where was I? Van Jones is such a fucking sellout. I wish someone will call him out. People were calling him out on social media, like posting pictures of him rubbing elbows with like Trump, like, sir, get out of here. I really dislike how many people who don't even live in the United States have been chiming in and also celebrating. They don't understand. This reminds me of some don't make him mad shit. When you should be leaving an abusive piece of shit, you should not try to make them feel secure and comfortable, hoping that they'll play nice. Yes, the boy in blue. That's true. I'll read that one again. Reminds me of some don't make him mad shit. When you should be leaving an abusive piece of shit, you should not try to make them feel secure and comfortable, hoping that they'll play nice. Like, I'm not making motherfucking racists comfortable. Wow, the new Mississippi flag looks so bomb. I'm actually jealous. Doesn't it look good? Like, it looks so good. I was like, they should have been did this just because the other flag was ugly. Not only did it have the fucking Confederate flag in it, a symbol of treason, but it was also hideous. The new one looks a million times better. It's gorgeous with the magnolia flower. It was hard to watch him, especially when he started talking about how people can now breathe. Trump's book deal, once he gets out, is going to be insane. He's already getting a redemption arc treatment. He's going to get the Bill Clinton treatment. Aliens are definitely keeping their distance from our planet. Rush Limbaugh is about to kick the bucket, so Trump could very much fill that void. The alien said, we will look for another planet. Earth is a mess. Come on, Skynet. Just like all of a sudden, Bush Jr. is America's sweetheart. If our nation has a soul, it is and always has been disgusting. Trump about to have the best comeback on TV in 2021. They're going to have a Donald Trump Netflix series next. And people are going to tune in. Aliens are speeding past Earth so they don't get robbed and stuck here with us humans. To the aliens watching this ratchet reality show, what season are we on? Hi, avant-garde. This is my refuge after this week. All these whites in Los Angeles dancing while continuing to gentrify. Right, one of my friends posted some shit. She was just driving around. She was driving around like all these formerly like black neighborhoods, like historically black neighborhoods in LA, where all these white people out there like dancing with like champagne. And she was just in the car like, just look at them. Just look at them. They don't even know what's wrong. The aliens are like, never mind. We'll go somewhere else. No, ignorance is not bliss. That's the line from The Matrix, Kimberly Fraser. I don't know if you've seen The Matrix, but... Because he said people just want to get plugged back into the Matrix and eat their fake steak. Cyrus gets unplugged, but he can't take living in the real world. So he asked to go back into the Matrix. And he has a whole monologue where he's like, I know I'm plugged in right now. I know when I bite into this steak, like the steak is not really real. It's not really here. But there's sensors in the Matrix, like the machines are going to tell me that it's juicy and delicious, even though I know it's not real. I know it's not. And then he like bit into the steak and ate it. And he was like, oh, ignorance is bliss. That's, I don't want to say that it's most people. Maybe that's not fair to say that it's most people, but that's a lot of people. Trump was like an unplugging of sorts, and motherfuckers just want to get plugged back in and eat their fake steaks because ignorance is bliss. That's the saying. I can't breathe is a response to police brutality. Has police brutality ended? Yes, I did see that Alex Trebek die. That made me so sad. I love Jeopardy. Van Jones is married to a white woman. Multiple victims of police brutality have said, I can't breathe. We know most of the U.S. doesn't give a fuck about Trump's character flaws, but damn, I thought this year at least would have made everyone hip to his monumental incompetence. Motherfuckers was like, no, Trump can continue driving the boat for another 4 years. It's fine. A lot of people were holding Trump responsible for everything, and now they think everything is going to get better. Hi, Naomi. People forget we've been saying I can't breathe. Hi, Savannah. We're not watching anything. We're just talking about everything that's going on right now. Yeah, email me, Mint Mojito. Van Jones thought Mary J was Beyonce too. Like, what the fuck? Oh, super chat. Is that Owen? Yes, it is. Hi, Owen. Thanks, Seren and Bees fam, for helping me get through all this. Like, from Ferguson up until now, y'all are real ones. Yes, thank you, Owen, for the super chat. Yes, thank you to everybody. I can't believe that it's been 6 years. Next year, going to be 7 years. 7 years that I've been on YouTube. So it's wild to think about, like, day one subscribers. Because I know a lot of y'all are day one subscribers. And it's just like, damn, it's been almost 7 years, y'all. 7 years. It's funny. That's why it's even more funny to see people acting like all the racism stuff, like, started with Donald Trump. Like, we about to have been on YouTube 7 years. In 2022, it will be 10 years since Trayvon Martin got killed. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't want to rain on people parades, but at the same time, it's like, it seems offensive. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I understand people celebrating because they hate Trump. But at the same time, it's like, but the work started before Trump. It's going to have to continue after Trump. It's not over. Van Jones worked with the Trump family, specifically Ivanka and Jared. He needs to stop. Trump about to have book deals, fashion deals, H&M, Adidas. Trump about to have the best ratings on The Apprentice. Soulja Boy gonna wish he had Trump's comeback. Yes, like, Trump about to come back with a reality show where he trains people to be the president. Who will be America's next president of the United States? And he's gonna, like, have all types of competitions and contests that they have to do. They're going to have to fire people. They're going to have to say different types of racist things. And at the end, we're going to know who's going to be the next person. Like, this, like, it's a joke. Like, this is already practically what it is. Like, they might as well just lean into it. Thank you, London Ellis. I see your super chat. Thank you. It's okay, y'all. Kamala wore a white scandal suit as she played Mary J. Blige. Racism ended last night. White people in Greenwich Village were dancing as if some kind of war ended. Some people even tried to recreate that famous picture with the sailor and the nurse. I'm tired, alien baby. I'm tired. I do believe we will have a real Black American president, but I think it will be a woman first. Really, World Lover? Why? Why do you say that? And then Van Jones had the audacity to identify Mary J as Beyonce. Hi, Kakashi Cowboy. It's pretty much, at least he's not Trump. That's all it is. Right, that's what I just said, Queen. Like, you think so? When do you predict? Like, I'm curious. When you predict it will be. I don't want any more elected officials. I'm over elected officials. I just want elected officials to go home. I just don't feel like we need them anymore. I actually want one, and I'm not even from the SIP. A flag. Where are you from, World Lover? Van Jones cries every election. Doesn't matter who wins. I don't know how I'll be able to watch Jeopardy anymore. R.I.P. Alex Trebek. I was just thinking about that. I was like, I wonder if they're going to, like, replace him. Or, I mean, I guess they're going to have to. They're not going to take Jeopardy off the air. But we'll see. I'm going to be so sad when Pat Sajak, like, passes away. I grew up watching Wheel of Fortune with my mom. It'll be wild. I mean, Jeopardy too, but Wheel of Fortune was, like, really my jam. Thank you, Davey. Serena, I really appreciate your voice throughout the years. The work you do to rouse the collective Black American consciousness does not go unnoticed. Thank you. Oh, and I see you put the arrows, the boy in blue. Thank you. And Queen. Hi, Chariot Man Gaming. Season 2020 of Earth is Wild. Can we talk about how people have been blaming Black Southerners for states turning red? I was about to say, is this Mary? It is Mary. Thank you, Mary. Super chat. Can we talk about how people have been blaming Black Southerners for states turning red and comparing election results with education stats and ignoring voter suppression. There's a lot of distaste for the South, and there's a lot of distaste for Black Southerners until people need something from them. Take us to Earth 504, Hippolyta. Yeah, people were on Twitter making jokes about Flint's water and wishing hurricanes on Southern Black Americans. It was disgusting. Aliens are like, it'll clearly be another 100 years before humans are ready for first contact. That mess irritates me. Some of my family members spent hours and hours in line in Georgia in primarily Black areas. It was a celebration, and Times Square in NYC yesterday was definitely a party. The amount of people I've seen hugging without masks on, I was just like, people really think coronavirus is leaving the White House with Trump. They really think that like every bad thing from the last 10 years is going to pack up and leave with Trump. Oh, Davey put the Cash App. Thank you. Capital SEREN, capital SENSEI. Where was I? There. Thank you, the boy in blue. Exactly. Like, do y'all not remember Katrina and how devastating that was for Black Americans? I think a lot of people don't remember because Katrina was what, like 2005? I do think you have a lot of like younger, I mean, like, you know, late teens, maybe very early 20s, people that are like, you know, like everybody gets galvanized at different points in their life, and that's fine. Like everybody gets activated, galvanized, wakes up at different points in their life. But I do think we have a lot of younger people that don't necessarily recall Hurricane Katrina or George Bush. Like there's so many people that like Barack Obama is like the first president that they really remember. And then they got Trump, and Trump was just like a shock to motherfucker systems, I think, in a lot of ways. And so, but like the pendulum swings back and forth. Y'all deep. I gotta watch The Matrix again because I didn't get all that at first. Matrix is my favorite movie. That shit is really about life, real life, for real. Car horns blowing and everything. It is most people. It's a lot of people. It's the people that are tired of talking about race. R.I.P. to Alex Trebek, a legend. Right, as long as they're okay and being catered to, they could give a fuck about any lasting change happening. Thank you, the best fund. I see your super chat. If it's not blame Beyonce, it's blame Black folks. Even when it's this smokescreen victory that Trump is out. That's a good way of putting it, Queen. A smokescreen victory. Even when it's the smokescreen victory that Trump is out, it's still y'all Blacks didn't do enough, even though Biden won. Yes, exactly, Queen. I mean, at the end of The Matrix, everyone decided to re-upload. And there's Owen's super chat. Thank you. Yeah, I saw that, Mel and Bailey. It was weird. I didn't watch it, but I saw like a still, and I was just like, this is strange. I don't know. Kanye getting 50K votes was very funny. People will vote. Do y'all remember last time people was writing in Harambe? Harambe got like 10, 20,000 votes. There are a lot of members of the population that like treat voting as a joke. Like they don't care. Y'all remember that old Eddie Murphy like joke that was like recirculating in 2016? Eddie Murphy has a joke where he's like, white people will vote for somebody for like a gag. And not even just them, like people will vote for somebody for fun, like for entertainment. Not that all the people that voted for Kanye did it for fun, but I'm sure there was a lot of people that was just like, wow, Kanye West on my ballot? Like, Kanye. Because when am I going to see Kanye West on my ballot ever again? Wait, Van Jones got Beyonce and Mary J. Blige crossed up. Oh, damn. So he dark white for real, for real. Somebody said we're going back to the normal racism, the kind we grew up on. Hilarious. Who would have thought, Kyrie? And there's London. Thank you, London. I'm not gonna lie, I'm ready for Trump to start telling everybody business. It's just all been exhausting. Go watch one of his Sunday services. We now know Kanye's cult has a following of at least 50K. People were setting off fireworks at 8 a.m. and in the evening too. There's no reason to celebrate. It makes me sick. Mo. Are y'all still locked down? Like, is this still National Guard? Like, this is the thing. Like, the National Guard was, like, just out there in Portland beating up the residents, like, last week. Like, and now motherfuckers is, like, out there setting off fireworks. Like, that has to be so it's, like, very disorienting. I think that's my word for how I feel right now. Very disoriented. Black American president would be amazing for this country. Tear the whole system down and start from scratch. I want to move away from elected officials, but I'd cry if I saw a Black American woman as president in my lifetime. Kyrie said Trump is going to host Jeopardy. Trump will host Jeopardy. Trump going to be the next host of Jeopardy. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, gosh, can you imagine? Wheel of Fortune was me and my family's itch growing up. Oh, you're from Brooklyn. Okay, but you live upstate now. Same, I love Jeopardy, but I was a Wheel of Fortune fan. And there's Mary. Thank you, Mary. I used to watch both Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy with my grandma growing up. Hi, Southern Soul Sorcery. Hi, Tori. Jeopardy was always my favorite. This sucks. It does suck. There's a lot of distaste for Black Southerners until we need something from them. It's like, that's really what it is. It's really what it is. And still, the Black Southerners are not going to get as much respect as the white and Latino fucking anti-Black racists that Joe Biden wants to, like, hold hands with. It's just like, it's disorienting. Bye, Alex. Twitter's vicious, geez. I'm so thankful for this channel. I'm glad, Jonas fan. I've been watching since 2016. This is the only safe place. I'm glad. I'm glad that it's, you know, helping. We just try to talk shit out over here. Kanye wouldn't be the... Oh, hi, Kendrick. And Kanye wouldn't be the first cult trying to run for office, by the way. Bye. Take care of yourself and stay safe. Get a lot of rest. It's good to see you, Alex. I don't know why I saw so many white people celebrating. I saw those exit poll numbers. So somebody lying. Yes! Like, somebody's lying. Like, just like all them white women that came out for the Women's March. All them bitches that came out for the Women's March did not all vote for Hillary. So what is the truth? What is the truth? All these white people out celebrating and drinking champagne. What is the truth? We can look at the exit polls. Like, what is the truth? It's really a joke. You're joking. I'm not joking. I was being serious when I wasn't even joking. I was being serious. I was joking about Trump making a reality show on who's going to be the next president, but I was really only halfway joking. But me saying that's really how our, politics are run, I was being serious. You're joking about the reality style U.S. election show, but I think this whole Trump presidency was proof that it's all a presidential reality show in concept. What will happen to Trump's Space Force? I was ready for the aliens and y'all joking. They had all this UFO, alien, life on other planets talk. I need the aliens. Kyrie's like, I need them to come scoop me up now. Where are they? I remember Katrina pictures were on MySpace. Hi, Sabrina. I grew up in Flint. People are always joking about the water. Oh, you know, Savannah's in Flint. I don't even like to tell people because they will always make a joke, and it's sick when I think of my family and high school friends. I knew about Katrina, but I was too young to understand what was really going on. I was in 4th grade. 2005, and Hurricane Katrina was that slow burn start. Trayvon Martin was your wake up, Bailey? Yeah, for me, it was probably Hurricane Katrina. I was young, but I remember listening to the radio, and they were, like, talking about it. And then I remember, like, seeing people on the roof. And I just feel like that image just got, like, burned in my brain as something I will never forget. Like, people on their roof, like, help us, help us. And I remember being like I remember talking to my mom and being like, why won't anybody help them? Like, why isn't the president helping them? Or, you know, like, what, like, what's going on? You know, like, it was really my first time, like, really witnessing, like, American infrastructure crumbling in action. And being like, oh, this shit ain't shit. Oh, you should have told me this from the jump. There's the best fun. Super chat, thank you. Hi, Acrylic Rose. I see so many people saying that now things will finally go back to normal. And I'm like, are you guys serious? In my opinion, Pandora's box is open and there's no going back. Acrylic Rose, did you see my last car video? It's literally called, like, things are never going back to normal. The pendulum's going to keep swinging. We need to shatter the whole paradigm. I was actually in NOLA visiting my dad and his family a week before Katrina happened. Thank God they left before the levees broke. Wow. Yeah, world lover, that's scary. Southern politicians don't appeal to Black Americans. They expect the BA vote, then get surprised when BAs decide to stay home and not deal with the voter suppression to vote for politicians who don't care. And then it's like blame. That's what bothers me. It's like anything that goes wrong or anything that goes wrong is the nigga's fault. Literally anything that goes wrong is the Black American's fault. So it's just like, oh, what did the Black Americans do? What did the Black Americans do? What do? We have to do this. We have to do that. But for when you, like, look at people that are anti-Black racists, people that are supporting infrastructural racism and all of these things, whites, non-Black POC, Latinos, there's no shame and blame and guilt or anything put on them. It's really this, like, empathy and this, like, okay, well, we need to, like, reach out to them. We need to, like, understand, like, why would they do this and da-da-da-da-da. It's never even that type of tone when we're talking about Black Americans and the things that we want. And, you know, even if we take voting out of the equation, just like in general, the things that we want and the us wanting reparations and the way that we talk about our ethnicity, the way that we want to be recognized as Black Americans specifically. Everybody can't be a Black American. And we want to push for infrastructural changes. And there's never any empathy or understanding or, like, let's try to understand that group. It's just like, here go these niggas talking again. Oh, they're so divisive. They just always want to talk. Reparations. Oh, they just want reparations. We're not giving you niggas no reparations. No reparations for you niggas. Shut up and go vote. The fuck you think this is? These niggas think they getting some motherfucking reparations. Oh, but Latinos, we know that you guys voted for Trump because it's so hard for you to be in a country with these niggers. We know, we understand. We don't like them either. So let's just welcome you guys into the fold. Let's just, like, embrace you into our bosoms. We want to talk. We want to understand. What do you need? What do y'all need? Oh, you need support? Oh, you need infrastructural support. Oh, y'all need monetary support? Oh, we got you. Whatever. No, niggers! We said no. Like, that's literally how it goes. Like, and we just on the side, like, we just want some reparations. No. These niggers keep trying to talk. They keep talking about some reparations. We not gonna do it. Why do they keep talking? Go vote. We said votes. Like, that's really how it goes. And it's just exhausting. It's just exhausting. It's really exhausting. It's just, and you're just like, okay, I see exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Anytime the Black Americans try to say anything, they just be like, shut the fuck up. No. Okay, but the white redneck in Iowa, what do you need? Oh, you need us to bring back coal production? I know that's impossible, and I know that's destroying the environment, but I'm not going to speak out against fracking. I'm going to figure out this. Now I'm Joe Biden. I'm going to figure out a way to bring back the coal just for you. We're going to make racists comfortable again in this country. That's my pledge. Like, I'm tired. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. This is America's hand at rebranding white supremacy. Hi, Michelle's baby. Y'all, a dog is a mayor in some small town. It won the election. People will write in anything. They vote for fun. This world is a joke. Not gonna lie, I was a little excited to see Kanye on my ballot. I mean, who knows what that would have been like. It's telling how some folks can be so flippant because things don't negatively impact them. It's all just fun. I got white makeup, a rainbow afro wig, a red ball nose, giant goofy shoes, and an implausibly tiny car for everyone who cast their vote for Kanye. People are actually skipping and doing cartwheels outside in Chicago. Shit is wild. If this is what quarantine was... Wait, if this is about quarantine, truly, Americans wouldn't be all outside celebrating. It's wild in Portland right now. My baby cousin was like, America is so divided now. It was never this bad under George Bush. I was like, honey, you were like 5 during Katrina. Sit this one out. Right, like I think there's a lot of people that this is their first personal experience as adults of like understanding certain things about our system and America. Joe better cut Americans a fat check is all I know. Trump gave $1,200 in April and said drown. Folks is faking the funk for real. White women's percentages even went up for Trump this year. No one wants to talk about that. What is the truth? I don't believe any of these folks. I wonder how Black Mirror is going to top this year. Nothing's been more disorienting than reality lately. That's why Black Mirror said they're not even coming back for a while. Bye, Davey. Black women and Black folks could have voted 100% for Biden-Harris, and still they blame us for not doing 101. Everyone be safe out there. Says Davey, wash your hands and wear your mask. We're not out of the woods yet. Bring on the UFOs. Bye. One normal we be going back to. Trump's presidency was like a bad reality show. Him and his friends are rich trolls with nothing to do, so they decided to be politicians. It's funny because it's true. I was visiting Baton Rouge the summer of Katrina, flew out from New Orleans, and then I remember Katrina hit. Yep, Kyrie. And I remember all the kids that came to my school after. You were in Texas after? Sean Bell was my wake-up call to police brutality. I grew up part-time in the South, and I still feel like racism in the North is way worse. I was 12 during Katrina. I'll never forget seeing that footage of the man waving the makeshift flag for help with his family on the roof. Yup, like, I will never forget seeing people on the roof, like, help. Then my family ran from Hurricane Rita a few months later. It's the hypervisibility, that white-hot spotlight be on Black Americans all the time. I'll never forget those pictures from Katrina. I was in my junior year of high school, couldn't believe how careless and inefficient the entire handling of it was. Right, like, you were just like, oh shit, damn, they really don't care. Like, they really letting niggas drown. For real. Like, I remember seeing, like, the pictures and the videos of, like, all the school buses. This is something I also know I will literally never forget. The school buses, like, lined up, like, full of, like, food and supplies and everything. And being like, no one knows what to do. Like, no one's in charge. Like, no one knows where to send the buses. No one knows where to send the resources. Like, they're just sitting there. And then other people being like, well, they want to volunteer to help. And then, like, the government telling them that they can't help because, like, everything has to be, like, routed through the proper channels. Meanwhile, people are, like, dying. And you have shit just sitting there. Again, like, that was really, for me, a wake-up call of, like, not just racism, because I always knew that racism, because my mom and my grandma always talked to me about racism. So I always knew that racism existed and racism was real, and that I'm Black, so I have to like navigate the world a certain type of way. And I was a girl, you know, I'm gonna grow up to be a woman, so I have to move certain types of ways. But that was one of the first times that it really clicked in my brain that not only is it just like, you know, racism all around us, but that is infrastructural too. That it's infrastructure. It's not just in people's hearts and minds, like it's in the infrastructure. It's in the rules, and it's in the laws, and it's in the government, and it's the way that we do things is racist. Then the narrative was Black New Orleanians were refugees. The storm washed away American citizens' rights. That was a kick for me. Bye, Alexia. When I get to the end of this chat, I'll head out too. A one-woman show. This one-woman play. No! No! Why do these motherfucking Black Americans keep talking? Didn't we already tell these niggers no? What the fuck? No. Whites, Latinos. No, not you. You guys are good. You're fine. You're fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're talking about the niggers. Like, our Redfordations. Title it No Niggas No. Starring Seren. You want a coal in your sock for Christmas? I got you. The problem is Black people being powerless has been America's reparations. As the bottom caste, we fund this country. The moment we get financially secure and have ownership, it's a wrap. That's true, Kyrie. That's absolutely correct. We've been abusing y'all for 500 years. Why should we stop now? What are y'all talking about? Literally no one would be in the U.S. without Black Americans. There would be no NYC, no DC, nothing without our labor. When they tell us to shut up and go vote, the cycle restarts and history repeats. The folks who say, wait a minute, here's the proof, we need to do something different, their voice gets muted. Hi, Muffin. We are used as consumers, cheap labor, and are replaceable once we get on our feet. Truth is stranger than fiction. There's a lack of critical thought when it comes to our elections and politics, Bailey, right? Exactly. Coal industry jobs for y'all. Carbon emissions for Black communities. Black Mirror was looking at the news like, how can we top this? Right, the writers, Charlie and them, they was sitting there like, y'all, we got to work on something else. We got to do another show, y'all. Life is stranger than fiction. Yeah, still in Texas at the time. Get in, loser. We're running for president. That's exactly how it was, KB. Like, that was such an accurate description. Like, Donald Trump and all his rich friends, you know, running for politicians because they asses were bored and they're fucking trolls. Get in, loser. We're running for president. People are still really comfortable with us being the redheaded stepchild in the basement. They'll throw us a bone every now and then get mad when we say it isn't sustenance. They never talk about Katrina, but we should never forget 9/11. I'll never get over seeing our elders sitting out in wheelchairs, knee deep in water, knowing they'll die of heat stroke. Or how the white people were scavengers and the Black people were looting. Right, like the news was complicit. The news was in on it. Like the way that they were reporting, like they were showing like white people breaking into fucking grocery stores and shit, taking food. And they were like, look at these survivors. Look at these scavengers. They're down there, you know, doing what they can, trying to survive. And then they would show like a Black family literally doing the exact same thing. And they'd be like, look at these fucking... They really wanted to say niggers, but they couldn't say niggers on the news. But look at these fucking niggers looting and just destroying property, vandalism, and destroying their own community. Why do they have to do that? This was in 2005 in the middle of a fucking hurricane. And you guys realize we still hear this exact same rhetoric from the news in 2020 in the middle of racial uprisings. Like, But people want to believe that the problem started with Donald Trump. Like I said, that's scary to me. That's disorienting for me. Like, niggas really just like hit the off switch on their brain. Like, bloop. Oh, Trump gone. Boop. Like, shut down. Dead bodies on the side of the highway was the most hurtful thing. Pallets of water in warehouses in Puerto Rico, truckloads of food. Right, like it's exactly. Oh, and like it's infrastructure. It's infrastructure, which is exactly why we can't just ignore it. It's the entire infrastructure. I'm so over this obsession with civility. Like civility isn't its own dog whistle. And people don't know this. Like I feel like this is another thing. I feel like people's interest in politics has like increased exponentially because of the entertainment value. But it's surface level politics, right? So even like this obsession with civility, which Labas Fawn just brought up. You guys know that like most Republicans, like I heard about this on the radio, the current like GOT Republican playbook, GOP, has a lot of its roots in what's called confrontational politics, which was like this white dude wrote this book on what was called confrontational politics. I want to say in like the 70s or 80s. And that the whole point, like the whole political strategy is to be as aggressive as possible, as hostile as possible, as confrontational as possible, just like elbow your way in there and like get your shit done. This has been a very effective strategy. And yet you still have people that are, oh, we have to be civil. We have to extend a hand in love and reconcile, civility. That's not even the playbook. That's not even the stratagem that the person that you find yourself playing this game with, like, it's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Like, maybe you really feel that, like, bringing the knife, the fencing sword, and do your bow, that's more civil. But these motherfuckers are gonna pull out the pistol. Nice whip. This here is a pistol. Reach for the sky, honky. Pow. You know, like, that's... And that's what happens. We have to be the bigger person. Pew, pew. We get treated like the people under the stairs. Oh, I see somebody just got banned. Where was I? I can go on and on, deconstructing the social and psychological anomalies. I grew up in Michigan. My grandparents are from the South, wanted to return. I try to tell people the North and the West are not better than the South when it comes to racism. Bye, One Eye. Kyrie, my wake-up call was 9/11. I was Muslim. I hated Bush. I remember being shocked. It truly was my wake-up call. You're talking about Katrina, Queen, versus hearing about stories of our parents and grandparents' experience with racism. They treated and spoke on Black folks as if we weren't anything to them. It's all just a little history repeating. I try to empathize with Black folks who haven't been revolutionized yet because I know what happens at different times for everyone. But if it hasn't clicked after this year, I don't know what to tell you. Black people get treated like Meg from Family Guy, just with hate for no reason. Trump has definitely now made it possible for all to run for president. Right, Katrina, and they were only a few feet apart doing the same damn thing if the Black people were looting. I remember that narrative across the nation during Katrina. Why should we be nice and civil? We are not treated with any modicum of respect or equality. I'm almost at the bottom. Y'all saw how the Trump campaign held their press conference at the Four Seasons. Total landscaping. Oh gosh, not the Four Seasons Hotel, but a landscaping company. They fucked up the booking. I bet they did. It's a bunch of children. No adults are in control over there. Dr. Joy DeGray said some of the last pieces of conversation surrounding New Orleans was that they are thieves, rapists, and thugs. As we can see, that made a lasting impact on how we talk about and we're forced to forget about them. And a lot of people don't even know that the United States government, like the Marine Corps, was found like guilty of like the levees were supposed to hold and they broke. And the Marine Corps was found like guilty of like fucking up and like had to like pay We don't even know that. That's not even something that's... I only know that because I watched When the Levees Broke, which was excellent, and I'd highly recommend it. But, like, that wasn't even made really, like, known. Like, because the United States government is in charge of the infrastructure of, like, building roads and bridges and levees and things of that nature. Like, that was an infrastructural mistake that the levees broke. And then not only did the levees break, but they were designed in a certain type of way that the water would flood into the Black communities deliberately on purpose, instead of and away from like the Garden District and the places where like all the white people live and like where the tourist attractions like were. It was deliberately designed that way. So that's not just like a random white person on the street is racist and, you know, like, oh, they're racist. Oh, that's infrastructural racism that deliberately ended Black lives, you know? Like, that's When the Levees Broke. You should watch it, Mel. It's excellent. And like, that's this, and so you have like so many people, millions of people that call themselves engaged, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm into politics, I'm engaged, you know, because they like watch the news 24/7, or, you know, they argue with people on social media. But then when we say like, well, okay, let's have a talk about politics or something. Let's have a talk about the way that our governmental infrastructure is racist, is corrupt, is rotten. Let's have a talk about these things. And like, this is why some of us are not happy with what's going on, because we want to deal with the infrastructural issues. And then they say like, oh, we miserable, or we don't know what we're talking about. Again, and that's where you start to feel disoriented, like, am I being gaslit? Like, I know what I'm talking about. Like, what are you talking about? Like, bye, Kyrie. Good luck. 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 We're wishing you so much luck. We're sending you all the good vibes. All the good vibes. All the good vibes. All the good vibes. I wish I had my crystals, but they're still in my windowsill. Yeah, I agree. Katrina was when I saw for myself. Prior to that, it was when my family told me and warned me secondhand. I remember telling people in Florida how racist Illinois is, and they thought I was exaggerating. That should have been major news. Oh, you guys didn't know that? I didn't know that. That pisses me off more now. It wasn't the hurricane that destroyed NOLA. Yeah, it was the levees breaking. Like, they failed. I watched that a few years back. That's when Katrina really clicked for me, and that there was actual fault. Yeah. Didn't know that. Wow, it was the infrastructure. Obama's second term was when I got my political awakening. They told me, wait, Obama was going to hook Black folks up in second term. Police brutality kept happening, and he was doing nothing, and it hit hard. I was young. Yeah. Gaslighting. The murder of Michael Brown was my wake-up call, but the murder of Freddie Gray sent me over the edge. So many people on Facebook advocating for the murder of Black people. Yeah. We've been broken into passivity for centuries throughout and post-slavery. Yeah, even now, every time we see someone being killed, it's to enforce that passivity. Yeah, that's why we call them lynchings. Like, when the police like kill us and leave our bodies in the street for hours, we are essentially being publicly lynched, and the body left in the street as an example. Like, and this is what's gonna happen. And when you have like the few and far between white people that do actually, or even other, you know, non-Black POC, whatever, that do actually turn out, what happens to those people? They get killed too. Like that white girl that they ran over at the protest. They're killed as race traitors, also to set an example. And it's historical, like the way that things occur. And we talked about this during another live stream where I was like, what do you guys think? Because some people had said they felt like the civil rights movement and the Black Panther movement, and even like fighting against slavery, those type of movements, they felt like there's been less loyalty or enthusiasm for them. And I said, what do people think have changed? And one of you guys said, which I thought was a fair point, that the assassination of our leaders, MLK, Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, you know, and people young running Assata Shakur out of the country, you know, all these things has made people scared, Black people. And I was like, that's a fair point. Definitely recommend that documentary, When the Levees Broke. Yes, very, very good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Highly recommend. I think how white people in our school system indoctrinates us from a young age by weaponizing MLK's nonviolence is why passivity is so prevalent. Obama was the first and last time I let myself get swept up in the excitement of a black president instead of actually scrutinizing what they did for me and my people. Yeah. So, and that's part of it too. Like, you have people that, again, like they would say they follow politics. They would say they're really into politics. And then you say, like, okay, well, let's have a talk about, like, Joe Biden's policies. Let's have a talk about, like, Kamala Harris's policies and some of the things that she's done and why people are concerned, black people, black Americans, about having them in office. Outside of the optics of the symbolism and, you know, getting Trump out, let's have a talk about the actual policy. It's politics. Like, let's have a talk about it. You miserable and da 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 da. It's like, but you supposed to be into politics. Like, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Also, If God is Willing and the Creek Don't Rise, another good documentary on Katrina. The riots and boycott in Cincinnati in the 90s was my wake-up call. We need total separation. People never even talk about MLK's radicalization towards the end. I also really wish Malcolm X got more credit for what he accomplished, but we know why he doesn't. Exactly why I couldn't get behind Obama. I agree, and if they can't give Malcolm X his credit, they can at least not vilify him. Yeah, agreed. It's just, like I said, it's very interesting, and it'll be an interesting next 4 years, but you guys know, like, even all the live streams we've been having, like, leading up to the election, and a lot of you guys asked me, like, how did I feel? And I just kept saying, like, I kind of feel like we're fucked either way. And, you know, the work that I've been doing and the work that a lot of activists and organizers and artists and academics and all different types of people have been doing is not going to stop. It's not even going to change. It's not even going to be altered. Like, it's just going to be a continuation. So that's how I feel. You know, like, it's cute. It's cute that we're going to have a woman VP, but the person that she is, we can look at the policies and still feel concerned, you know? It's cute that she's non-white, but we can still look at the policies and say, well, we still need to prepare ourselves for, you know, fighting against the strengthening of a police state. All these things are possible. It's not a zero-sum game either. Like, all these things are possible. It doesn't have to be such a binary, you know? Motherfuckers love a binary. Someone said we were talking down on black women as a whole for talking about her policies. Fuck out of here. See, and, like, that's too much. Like, that's too much. That's too much. Like, the nigga that I am and my 2 Negro parents, you're not about to tell me that I'm talking down on black women as a whole if I say something about Kamala Harris Indo-Jamaican ass policies. Like, that's just not... I'm twice the nigga that she is, so I can say what I want. And that's when they be like, who are you to gatekeep blackness? And I'd be like, well, I'm definitely twice the nigga that she is, so I can say whatever I want about her. You can't tell me nothing about no black women. It's all strategic, example setting. I literally get sick to my stomach when I get on Facebook, the way people cape for Kamala Harris. Friends like, that's cute for y'all, but fuck binaries, 2 Negro parents. Yep, that's mentally made black people be fearful of our movements and getting leaders now. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, I'm definitely twice the nigga that she will ever be. So, she gonna get this criticism. So, on that note, we can call it an evening. It was really nice just being able to catch up and chat with you guys. I know it's been so much going on. So, we did not watch anything today, so we'll be doing Get On Up, Chadwick Boseman next week. And I guess we might as well just do, I think there's like one other Sunday after that. So we'll just probably do another Chadwick Boseman after that. And then in December, we'll be doing our holiday stuff. Yay! So So I'll see you guys next time. Everybody stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Don't let nobody guilt you or make you feel bad about how you feel. It's a lot going on. It could be very disorienting, very scary. So just don't let anybody gaslight y'all out here. All right. Bye.